What if everything you've been told about your limits was a lie? What if the chaos in your mind, the distractions, the emotional storms were never signs of weakness, but hidden doorways to a sharper, stronger version of you? Imagine if every time you lost focus or felt overwhelmed, it wasn't failure, it was your brain whispering that there's more power waiting to be unlocked. Most people spend their entire lives reacting to emotions, to thoughts, to noise. But a few learn the secret art of mastering the mind itself. And once you step into that world, nothing about your life stays ordinary again. In this audiobook, you'll learn how to train your brain for clarity, focus, and emotional mastery. How to stay calm under chaos, think with precision, and use the full power of your mind to create the life you want. Each chapter will unlock a new layer of mental strength, from emotional control, focus, and resilience to creativity, confidence, and long-term brain health. Chapter 1. The Power of Emotional Control, Turning Chaos into Clarity. Every great transformation begins inside the mind. But before you can train your brain to perform like a precision instrument, you must first learn to calm the storm within. Emotions, fear, anger, stress, excitement, are not weaknesses. They are signals, powerful waves of energy that can either drive you forward or pull you under. When you learn to guide those waves, you unlock one of the most advanced forms of intelligence: emotional control. Think about the moments when emotions took over, when you said something you didn't mean, froze under pressure, or overreacted to something small. That wasn't a lack of willpower, it was simply your body reacting faster than your brain. Real strength isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding them, decoding them, and transforming them into focus. Step 1. The power of the pause. Whenever emotions rise, the smartest thing you can do is stop. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. That simple pause breaks the emotional circuit and gives your thinking brain a chance to catch up. In that silence, decisions become wiser, words become measured, and chaos begins to dissolve.
Step 2. Body first, mind second. When your emotions spiral, your body reacts first. Your heartbeat races, your muscles tighten, your breath shortens. The fastest way to calm your mind is through your body. Use grounding techniques. Breathe deeply, stretch, walk, or simply feel your feet on the floor. When your body finds calm, your brain follows. A calm body always leads to a clear mind. Step 3. Reframe the trigger. Every emotional trigger hides a lesson. Instead of letting criticism or rejection pull you down, reframe it. If someone doubts your work, don't fall into shame, turn it into fuel. Say to yourself, "This is my chance to improve, not my reason to quit." Change the story, and you'll change the emotion. Step 4. Emotional journaling. Your mind holds countless emotions that often blur together: anger mixed with fear, stress tangled with confusion. Writing them down untangles that web. When you pour your thoughts onto paper without filter, emotions start moving through you instead of staying stuck inside. What once felt overwhelming begins to make sense. Clarity replaces chaos. Step 5. The ladder of emotions. When you feel stuck in fear or frustration, imagine an invisible ladder. At the bottom is what you feel right now: fear, sadness, anxiety. Now, climb one step higher. Ask yourself, what's the next slightly better emotion I can reach? Maybe it's courage, maybe it's hope, maybe it's acceptance. You don't have to jump straight to joy. Just one step up is enough. That's how you train your brain to move gradually towards strength. Step 6. Practice self-compassion. We often judge ourselves harsher than anyone else ever could, but self-criticism only fuels emotional storms. Instead, try saying to yourself, "It's okay to feel this way." That small act of kindness softens your inner world and allows healing to begin. Compassion isn't weakness, it's emotional intelligence in action. Step 7. Emotional fitness. Your daily workout. Just like your body needs exercise, your emotions need training. Spend 10 minutes each day on emotional fitness, deep breathing, short reflection, or simply checking in with yourself. Small, daily efforts strengthen your emotional muscles and build resilience that lasts. The transformation. When you master emotional control, everything changes. You respond instead of react. You listen more, panic less, and speak with intention. In relationships, you become a source of calm. At work, you handle pressure like a pro. In life, you move through challenges without losing yourself. Emotions are not enemies. They're messages from your deeper self. And when you learn to understand them, they become your greatest allies. But mastering emotions is only the first step. Imagine combining emotional control with laser-sharp focus, relentless productivity, and unstoppable mental energy. In the next chapter, we'll unlock the hidden science of advanced brain hacks, strategies to train your mind to perform at its peak, anytime, anywhere.
If your emotions are the fuel, your focus is the steering wheel. You can have endless energy, but without direction, you'll just spin in circles. That's why after mastering emotional control, your next mission is to train your brain to think sharper, faster, and longer than ever before. What separates high achievers from average ones isn't talent, it's mental control. They know how to direct their attention like a laser beam, block distractions, and enter a state of flow on command. Their secret? They don't work harder. They work smarter by understanding how the brain truly works. Let's unlock that secret. Hack 1. The focus window. Your brain isn't built for endless concentration. It works best in 90-minute focus windows, followed by short breaks. During those 90 minutes, turn off notifications, close extra tabs, and dive fully into one task. You'll feel resistance for the first 10 minutes. Push through that, and your brain will lock into deep focus mode. Then, rest. Walk, stretch, or breathe for 10 to 15 minutes. This rhythm, focus and recovery, multiplies productivity without burning you out. That's how elite performers sustain energy all day long. Hack 2. The dopamine reset. Your brain runs on dopamine, the motivation chemical. But constant scrolling, notifications, and multitasking flood it, making real work feel boring. To reset your dopamine levels, practice dopamine fasting. Spend an hour or two daily without screens or stimulation. At first, it feels uncomfortable, like silence after too much noise. But soon, your brain starts to crave deeper focus again. When you return to work, everything feels sharper and more rewarding. Hack 3. The 2-minute rule. Your brain hates overwhelm. When tasks pile up, it freezes. So trick it. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. If it takes longer, break it down into small, doable steps. This prevents mental clutter and keeps momentum alive. Each tiny action trains your brain to move instead of procrastinate. Hack 4. Mental nutrition. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ. It uses about 20% of your body's total energy. Feed it like a high-performance machine. Omega-3s, leafy greens, dark chocolate, blueberries, and hydration. They aren't trends, they're brain fuel. And sleep? That's when your brain repairs itself, stores memory, and resets creativity.
Protect your sleep like it's gold. Hack 5. The one thing technique. Multitasking divides your focus. Your brain can't truly do two things deeply at once. So ask yourself each morning, what's the one most important thing I can do today that will move me forward? Then, do just that with full intensity. When you complete that one thing, you've already won the day. Hack 6. Visualization and pre-performance priming. Your brain can't tell the difference between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. That's why visualization works. Before a big moment, presentation, meeting, performance, close your eyes and rehearse success in detail. See yourself calm, confident, and in control. Your brain will follow that script when the real moment comes. Hack 7. Flow state activation. Flow is the ultimate brain state. Total absorption, time disappears, performance skyrockets. To enter flow, pick a task that challenges you just beyond your comfort zone. Eliminate distractions completely. Set a clear goal. When challenge and skill balance perfectly, your brain releases dopamine, norepinephrine, and endorphins, a chemical symphony for peak performance. You'll lose track of time, and your best work will emerge naturally. Hack 8. The mind reset routine. Every few hours, your mental energy dips. Instead of forcing focus, step away. Do a quick reset. 10 deep breaths, a short walk, or 2 minutes of silence. That tiny break reboots your attention system and restores clarity faster than caffeine ever could. The transformation. When you combine emotional control with advanced brain hacks, you stop living reactively. You become intentional, deliberate. You move from chaos to clarity, from distraction to direction. Your brain becomes your greatest ally, not your enemy. And the world starts to notice. Your work improves. Your confidence grows. You begin to lead your mind, not chase it. But there's one more layer most people never reach. You can control your emotions, you can sharpen your focus, but what if you could reprogram the beliefs that limit your potential? The invisible thoughts shaping your destiny. In the next chapter, we'll go deeper into mental reprogramming, how to break old patterns and build a new identity.
Chapter 3. Mental Reprogramming, Breaking Old Patterns and Building a New Identity. You can master your emotions. You can sharpen your focus. But if your beliefs stay the same, your results never change. Because your mind doesn't move toward what you want. It moves toward what it believes is possible. You can tell yourself, I want success, but if deep down you believe you're not good enough, your brain will quietly sabotage every step forward. That's not failure. That's old programming still running the system. The truth is, every human mind is wired by repetition. Every fear, habit, and limitation you have was installed by your past, your environment, and your experiences. But here's the power. What was installed can be reprogrammed. Step 1. Become the observer. The first step to reprogramming is awareness. You can't change what you can't see. Start noticing your internal dialogue, the quiet voice that whispers, I can't do this, or this always happens to me. That's not truth. That's code. You've just been running the same script for years. When you become the observer, you separate yourself from the program, and that's the moment you take back control. Step 2. Interrupt the pattern. Every limiting thought follows a loop. You experience doubt, your body tenses, your brain recalls failure, you stop trying. To break the loop, you must interrupt it immediately. When a negative thought appears, say out loud, not this time. Take a deep breath. Move your body. Stand up, stretch, walk, clap your hands, anything. Your physical movement breaks the emotional pattern. Your brain can't hold fear and movement at the same time. Step 3. Install new commands. Once you break the pattern, Install new instructions. Use short, powerful affirmations that rewire your subconscious mind. Not just words, commands. Say them with conviction. I am capable. I am focused. I handle challenges with clarity. Repeat them daily. The brain learns through repetition. What you repeat, you believe. And what you believe, you become. Step 4. Visualize the new you. Every morning, close your eyes and see yourself as the person you want to become. See it in vivid detail. Your posture, your confidence, your energy. Don't just imagine success, feel it. Let your body believe it's already real. When your emotions align with your vision, your subconscious accepts it as truth, and your behavior starts to match. Step 5. Change your environment. Your surroundings either reinforce your old identity or support your new one. If you keep hanging around negativity, gossip, or people who expect the old you, you'll fall back into old patterns. Change your environment. Listen to content that feeds your growth. Spend time with people who think bigger. Shape your surroundings to match the identity you're building. Step 6. Act before you feel ready. Reprogramming isn't about waiting for motivation. It's about taking small, bold actions before you feel ready. Each time you act despite fear, you send your brain new evidence. I can handle this. And the more evidence you create, the faster your identity shifts. You start becoming the person you once only imagined. Step 7. Consistency over intensity. The subconscious doesn't change overnight. It rewires through consistency. It's not about massive effort once. It's about small effort daily. 5 minutes of focused reprogramming every day beats 1 hour of hype once a week, because your brain listens to what you do repeatedly, not occasionally. The transformation. When you reprogram your mind, you no longer fight your old self. You outgrow it. Fear loses its grip. Doubt fades. Opportunities that once scared you now excite you. You begin to move naturally in alignment with the life you desire. It's not fake confidence, it's real identity. You stop chasing change and start embodying it. You've reprogrammed your mind. Now it's time to reprogram your energy, because even the strongest mindset can collapse if your physical and mental energy run low. In the next chapter, we'll dive into Chapter 4, Energy Mastery, how to recharge your mind, body, and focus for peak performance. Chapter 4, Energy Mastery, how to recharge your mind, body, and focus for peak performance. You can have the sharpest focus and the strongest mindset, but if your energy is empty, everything collapses. Energy is the real currency of success, not time, not motivation. Energy. Because when your energy is high, everything flows. Creativity, confidence, clarity. But when it's low, even simple tasks feel impossible. That's why the most successful people don't just manage their time, they master their energy. And energy mastery isn't about endless hustle. It's about balance. It's about learning how to charge your mind, body, and focus like a high-performance system that never burns out. Let's unlock it. Step 1. Protect your mental battery. Every thought consumes energy. Worry, overthinking, comparison, they're silent drains on your mental battery. So start treating your attention like fuel. Don't waste it on people or problems that don't matter. Every time you choose peace over drama, clarity over chaos, you save energy. Ask yourself daily, is this giving me energy or taking it away? Then act accordingly. The strongest minds are not those who do the most, but those who waste the least. Step 2. The power circuit. Sleep, nutrition, and hydration. Your brain is an electrical system, and every circuit needs proper wiring. Without sleep, it short circuits. Without fuel, it weakens. Without water, it slows. Sleep. Your brain repairs itself during deep sleep. Those late nights scrolling or working aren't productive. They're expensive. You pay for them the next day with fog and fatigue. Protect your rest like it's a ritual, not a luxury. Nutrition. Every bite you eat is information for your brain. Sugar crashes destroy focus. Processed junk dulls creativity. But clean fuel, whole foods, protein, and healthy fats keep your brain sharp and steady. Hydration. Even mild dehydration can drop your mental performance by 20%. Start your morning with a full glass of water before caffeine. Your brain will thank you within minutes. Step 3. Physical movement equals mental clarity. The body and brain are one system. When you move, you create chemistry. Exercise releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxygen, nature's most powerful brain boosters. You don't need hours at the gym. Even a 10-minute walk in sunlight resets your focus and mood. When your body moves, your energy moves, and when energy moves, clarity follows. Step 4. Guard your morning energy. How you start your day sets the frequency for everything that follows. The first hour after waking is your energy imprint. Most people waste it on noise, notifications, negativity, or distractions. But the greats protect it fiercely. Start your day in silence. Stretch, breathe, visualize what kind of energy you want to carry. Even 10 minutes of stillness gives you more power than hours of chaos. Your morning isn't just a routine. It's a signal to your subconscious. Today, I lead my energy. Energy does not lead me. Step 5. The energy audit. Every few days, scan your life like an engineer. What drains you? What recharges you? Which people, habits, and environments lift you up, and which ones pull you down? You can't build a powerful life surrounded by things that weaken you. Start removing what doesn't align. When you cut the noise, your natural energy rises automatically. Step 6. The 3 layers of recharge. Micro-recharge. 5-minute resets during the day. Stretch, breathe, close your eyes. Daily recharge. A proper wind-down before sleep. No screens, no noise, just quiet reflection. And deep recharge. Weekly solitude or nature time to reset your nervous system completely. These 3 levels create a cycle where energy never drops too low. It renews constantly. Step 7. Emotional energy management. Your emotions are pure energy in motion. Anger, stress, excitement, all are fuel if directed correctly. Instead of fighting emotions, channel them. Turn anxiety into focus. Turn frustration into drive. Energy never disappears. It transforms. Train yourself to redirect, not resist. The transformation. When you master energy, your presence changes. You walk into rooms and people feel your calm, focused power. You work smarter, think clearer, and recover faster. You stop burning out because you've learned to generate power, not drain it. This is where true performance begins, not from pressure, but from balance. You become unstoppable, not because you never tire, but because you always know how to recharge. Now that your mind is clear and your energy is high, it's time to create results that last. In the next chapter, we'll dive into Chapter 5, the Discipline Code, building consistency that redefines your life. Because energy without direction is noise.
Chapter 5. The Discipline Code. Building consistency that redefines your life. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. And the truth is, most people never make it past motivation. Because motivation is a spark. It burns bright, but fades fast. Discipline is the fire you build when motivation disappears. Anyone can work hard for a day, but the person who can work hard every day, even when it's boring, even when it's uncomfortable, that's the person who becomes unstoppable. This is the Discipline Code, the mindset of consistency, clarity, and long-term control. Let's decode it. Step 1. Redefine discipline. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect in action. It's you proving to yourself that your goals are worth more than your excuses. You don't need to enjoy every step. You just need to keep stepping. Each time you follow through when it's easier to quit, you rewrite your identity. You stop saying, "I'll try," and start living, "I do." That's real strength, doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Step 2. Systems over feelings. Your brain loves comfort. It'll always find a reason to delay, avoid, or rest. That's why discipline must live in your systems, not in your emotions. Don't rely on willpower. Rely on structure. Set fixed times. Create rituals. Make your routines automatic. When action becomes a habit, discipline becomes effortless. Winners don't wait to feel ready. They follow systems that keep them moving even when they're not. Step 3. The 5-minute rule. The hardest part of anything is starting. Your brain resists momentum, so shrink the task. Tell yourself, "I'll do it for just 5 minutes." Once you begin, resistance fades. 5 minutes becomes 10, 10 becomes an hour. You just hacked the hardest part of discipline, beginning. Step 4. The pain-reward switch. Every disciplined person has learned one secret. Pain and pleasure are linked. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. So rewire your mind to associate pleasure with progress, not comfort. Remind yourself daily, this short discomfort is the price of long freedom. Because every time you choose growth over ease, you become stronger. Step 6. Track the process, not just the results. Discipline dies when you only chase outcomes, because progress is often invisible at first. Instead, track actions, not results. Focus on the process, how many days you showed up, how consistent your effort was. Tiny, invisible wins stack up until they explode into visible success. The day you stop needing instant results is the day you unlock infinite patience, and that's the day discipline becomes natural. Step 7. Guard your environment. Your environment shapes your consistency more than your motivation does. If your environment supports your goals, success becomes automatic. If it doesn't, even the strongest willpower will fade. Surround yourself with reminders of who you want to be. Clean workspace, encouraging people, visual triggers that inspire action. When your environment whispers your goals back to you, discipline becomes instinct. Step 8. The momentum loop. Momentum is the hidden engine of consistency. Every time you show up, your brain builds confidence. Confidence creates more action. Action builds more results, and results fuel more consistency. Once that loop begins, discipline no longer feels forced, it feels natural. The hardest day is the first one. Every day after gets easier. The transformation. When discipline becomes part of your identity, your life stabilizes. You stop chasing motivation. You stop negotiating with your emotions. You just do what needs to be done calmly, consistently, powerfully. And one day, you wake up and realize you've become the person you once admired, not because of luck or talent or timing, but because of discipline. Now that you've built unshakable consistency, it's time to level up again, to master the mental game of pressure, setbacks, and uncertainty. In the next chapter, we'll unlock Chapter 6, the pressure principle, how to stay calm, confident, and unbreakable under stress. Pressure isn't your enemy, it's your training ground. Every time life tests you, it's not trying to break you, it's trying to reveal you. The truth is, pressure doesn't create weakness. It exposes whether you've built real strength. And in a world that moves faster than ever, your ability to stay calm when others collapse isn't optional. It's your greatest superpower. This is the pressure principle, how to turn stress into strategy, fear into focus, and chaos into clarity. Step 1. Redefine pressure. Most people see pressure as danger, but pressure is simply energy demanding direction. It's your body saying something important is happening. When you feel your heart racing before a big task or challenge, don't panic, prepare. Pressure means you care.
It means you're alive. Learn to see it as a signal, not a threat. The calmest minds aren't those without pressure. They're the ones who've trained inside it. Step 2. The breathing reset. Under stress, your brain loses oxygen and clarity drops instantly. But you can reverse that in 30 seconds. Here's how. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Repeat this cycle 3 times. It sounds simple, but this pattern resets your nervous system. It lowers adrenaline, slows your heart rate, and brings your thinking brain back online. You can do it before a meeting, a test, or any high-stakes moment. Breathing is the fastest route back to power. Step 3. Control what you can. Pressure multiplies when your focus is on things outside your control. So shift your attention to what's in your hands, your actions, your attitude, your response. You can't always choose the situation, but you can always choose your reaction. Ask yourself, what part of this is mine to control right now? Then pour all your focus there and release the rest. That's how warriors stay centered in chaos. Step 4. Stress rehearsal. Confidence isn't built in comfort. It's built in controlled discomfort. Expose yourself intentionally to small doses of pressure. Cold showers, early mornings, timed challenges, uncomfortable conversations. Each time you do, your mind learns, I can handle this. Your threshold expands, and when real pressure hits, it feels familiar, not frightening. Train stress like a muscle, and it will start working for you, not against you. Step 5. The thought flip. Your brain reacts to how you label a situation. If you say, I'm nervous, your body tenses. But if you say, I'm excited, the same chemistry turns into energy. It's the same feeling, just a different name. Top performers use this trick constantly. Before big moments, they don't calm down, they reframe. They turn fear into fuel. Try it. Watch your body follow your words. Step 6. Create a calm anchor. When chaos hits, you need an instant mental anchor, something that brings you back to control. It could be a phrase like, I've got this. A physical cue like touching your wrist or exhaling slowly. Over time, your brain will associate that cue with calmness. It becomes your internal reset switch. That's how professionals hold composure under pressure while others break. Step 7. Embrace the unknown. The greatest source of stress isn't pressure itself, it's uncertainty. Your brain hates the unknown, but growth only happens there. Instead of resisting uncertainty, lean into it. Say to yourself, I don't know how this ends, but I know I'll handle it. That belief flips fear into confidence. You don't need to control the future, you just need to trust your ability to adapt. Step 8. Recovery after pressure. True strength isn't staying unshaken forever. It's knowing how to reset after intensity. After stressful events, don't numb out, decompress. Walk, stretch, write, breathe. Release the energy instead of storing it. Because if pressure stays trapped, it turns into burnout. Recovery isn't weakness, it's how warriors recharge for the next battle. The transformation. When you master pressure, life stops feeling heavy. You no longer fear challenges, you crave them. You become calm under fire, confident under uncertainty, and clear under chaos. While others freeze, you flow. While others break, you build. Because you've learned what few ever do, that pressure isn't your enemy, it's your awakening. Now that you can stay calm in chaos, imagine what happens when you combine that control with unstoppable confidence. Not arrogance, but deep, grounded belief in yourself. In the next chapter, we'll unlock Chapter 7, The Confidence Blueprint, How to Build Self-Belief That Can't Be Shaken.
Chapter 7. The Confidence Blueprint, How to Build Self-Belief That Can't Be Shaken. What if I told you confidence isn't something you're born with? It's something you build, one decision at a time. Most people wait for confidence to show up before they act, but the truth is reversed.
Action creates confidence. You don't need to feel ready to begin. You become ready by beginning. In this chapter, you'll learn the real psychology of confidence, how to build it, protect it, and make it unbreakable no matter what life throws your way. Step 1. Redefine confidence. Confidence isn't loud. It's not about pretending to be fearless. It's quiet certainty, the kind that says, "I'll figure it out." It's knowing that even if things go wrong, you can adapt, recover, and grow stronger. True confidence isn't the absence of doubt. It's the ability to keep moving despite it. Confidence isn't built by waiting for perfect conditions. It's built by taking imperfect steps. Step 2. The confidence loop. Every confident person follows a hidden formula, a loop of action, evidence, belief. When you act, even in small ways, you create results. Those results become evidence that you're capable. That evidence then strengthens your belief, and that belief fuels more action. This is how unstoppable confidence is born. Not from affirmations or motivation, but from proof. You don't need to feel confident to start. You just need to act and let evidence do the rest. Step 3. Break the comparison trap. Nothing kills confidence faster than comparison. When you measure your worth against others, you always lose because you're fighting in someone else's lane. Confidence grows when you stop competing with others and start competing with your past self. Ask yourself daily, am I better than I was yesterday? Progress, no matter how small, builds pride, and pride builds power. Your journey is yours alone. Own it fully. Step 4. Reprogram your inner voice. Your inner talk is the architect of your identity. Every word you say to yourself rewires your brain's belief system. If your inner voice sounds like a critic, you'll start living like you're being judged. But if it sounds like a coach, encouraging, guiding, supportive, you'll start performing like a champion. So start speaking to yourself with intention. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." Replace "I'm not enough" with "I'm improving every day." Your brain listens, even when you whisper. Step 5. Confidence through repetition. Repetition is how the brain learns to trust itself. Confidence doesn't come from doing something once. It comes from doing it until it feels like home. When you repeat a skill, a conversation, or a challenge, your mind begins to say, "I know this," and familiarity kills fear. Every repetition builds a deeper layer of belief. Confidence, then, is not an emotion, it's a memory of success replayed over time. Step 6. The power of self-trust. Confidence isn't "I will succeed," it's "I will handle it even if I don't." When you trust yourself, you stop fearing mistakes, you stop needing guarantees, because you know you'll adapt, fix, and rise again. Self-trust turns every experience, win or loss, into wisdom, and wisdom is the highest form of confidence. Step 7. Visualization and embodiment. Before the world believes in you, your brain must believe in you first. Visualization is how you program that belief. Close your eyes and imagine your next challenge. See yourself walking in calm, speaking with clarity, handling pressure with ease. Feel it as if it's already done. When you do this daily, your mind starts rehearsing confidence before it's required. And when the real moment comes, your brain says, "We've already been here." That's how champions move. Step 8. Surround yourself with believers. Confidence grows in the right environment. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your strength, not your limits. Energy is contagious, and so is belief. If you can't find people who believe in you yet, that's okay. Become that person for yourself. Be your own believer until the world catches up. Step 9. Celebrate every win. Confidence multiplies through celebration. Every time you acknowledge progress, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation chemical. It tells your subconscious, "This is working, do more of this." So celebrate your small wins as fiercely as your big ones. Confidence grows fastest in gratitude. The transformation. When you master the confidence blueprint, you no longer chase validation, you create it from within.
You stop asking for permission and start moving with purpose. You become grounded, calm, and certain, not because you know everything, but because you trust that you'll handle anything. Confidence becomes your natural state, not arrogance, not ego, just deep, quiet certainty. But what happens when that focus turns inward, when you begin mastering your emotions, thoughts, and inner energy itself? In the next chapter, we'll uncover Chapter 8, the focus formula, entering the zone of peak mental performance. Chapter 8, the focus formula, entering the zone of peak mental performance. What if you could switch your mind to laser focus on command? What if distractions disappeared, noise faded, and time slowed, as if the world itself started moving at your rhythm? That's not fantasy, it's called flow state. And once you learn how to control it, your productivity, creativity, and mental strength will reach levels you never thought possible. In this chapter, you'll discover the focus formula, a science-backed method to silence distractions, lock into your goals, and enter the mental zone where your best self takes over. Step 1. Understand the nature of focus. Focus is not about working harder, it's about directing your mental energy toward one target and blocking everything else. Your brain is like a flashlight, pointed at one thing, and everything around it fades. But keep waving it everywhere, and nothing gets fully illuminated. The secret to mastery lies not in doing more, but in doing one thing with total presence. Step 2. The attention economy. Today, your attention is under attack. Every app notification and headline fights for it. Distraction has become a billion-dollar business, and your focus is the price. But once you learn to protect it, you gain something rare: mental sovereignty, the ability to choose what deserves your energy. And that's the foundation of power. When your mind belongs to you, your life does too. Step 3. The flow trigger. Flow begins where challenge meets skill. If the task is too easy, you get bored. If it's too hard, you feel anxious. But in that perfect middle zone, your brain locks in. Time disappears, doubt vanishes. You stop thinking and start being. That's the flow zone, the mental state where world-class performers, athletes, and creators operate. And you can access it intentionally. Start by choosing a goal that slightly stretches you, something that demands your attention but doesn't overwhelm you. Then remove every distraction and give yourself permission to go all in for a set time. You'll feel your mind click into gear. That's flow activating. Step 4. Build the focus environment. Your mind mirrors your surroundings. A cluttered space breeds a cluttered mind. So simplify your environment. Create a workspace that signals focus only. Silence notifications. Keep only what's essential. Train your brain to associate this place or this time with deep work. Soon, just sitting down there will trigger your focus reflex automatically. Step 5. The one-task rule. Multitasking is a myth. It divides your attention and multiplies your mistakes. Elite performers follow one law: one task, full power. When you do one thing with your entire mind, you produce results that look superhuman. Focus is not about working long, it's about working deep. Step 6. Mental warm-up. Your brain, like your body, needs a warm-up before peak performance. Start each session with a ritual: deep breathing, stretching, journaling, or setting a micro goal. This tells your mind, it's time to focus now. Once you enter that state repeatedly, your brain begins to associate this ritual with high performance. It becomes your mental switch, turning chaos into clarity. Step 7. The power of recovery. Even focus needs rest. The human brain isn't built for endless concentration. It works in waves. The 90-minute rule is golden. Work deeply for 90 minutes, then rest for 15 to 20. These recovery cycles refresh dopamine and renew your ability to focus with intensity again. Ignore this rule and you'll burn out your focus reserves before you even realize it. Smart focus is sustainable focus. Step 8. The mind-body connection. Your physical state shapes your mental state. Sleep, hydration, and movement directly affect your focus levels. If your body is tired, your mind will wander. If your energy is clean, your thoughts will be sharp. So protect your physical energy like a professional athlete, because your brain is one too. Step 9. Focus and flow in real life. Flow isn't just for work, it's for life. You can enter flow while reading, creating, training, or even having a deep conversation. The secret is presence, total immersion in the now. When you stop thinking about the past or future, you unlock your full potential in the present. That's where your best self lives. The transformation.
Chapter 9. Emotional Mastery. Controlling the storm within. What if your emotions were never the enemy, just untamed energy waiting to serve you? Imagine if, instead of being controlled by anger, stress, or fear, you could use those same emotions as fuel to focus deeper, think clearer, and act stronger. This is emotional mastery, the art of staying calm in chaos, powerful under pressure, and centered no matter what life throws at you. Because real strength isn't the absence of emotion, it's the control of it. Step 1. Understand the truth about emotions. Your emotions aren't random, they're signals, messages from your subconscious trying to guide your behavior. Fear says, pay attention. Anger says, a boundary has been crossed. Sadness says, something needs to be released. And joy says, this is what matters. When you learn to listen instead of react, your emotions become your teachers, not your captors. Step 2. The pause between feeling and action. Between every emotion and every reaction, there's a moment of choice. That small space is where all your power lives. Most people skip that pause. They feel, then explode. But emotionally intelligent people pause, breathe, and respond. The next time anger or frustration rises, don't fight it. Observe it. Label it. Tell yourself, this is anger. That simple act shifts control from your emotion to your awareness. You move from reaction to mastery. Step 3. Energy redirection. You can't destroy emotion, but you can redirect it. Turn nervousness into excitement. Turn anger into drive. Turn sadness into reflection. The secret is not suppression, it's transmutation. Emotion is energy, and energy can be transformed. That's how warriors stay calm in battle, and leaders stay composed in crisis, not because they feel nothing, but because they know where to aim their energy. Step 4. Detach from the story. Emotions often come from the stories you tell yourself. Something happens, and instantly your mind adds a meaning. They disrespected me. I'm not good enough. I always fail. But here's the truth. The story, not the event, causes the pain. When you change the story, you change the feeling. Ask yourself, what else could this mean? That single question dissolves emotional chaos faster than anything else. Step 5. The emotional reset. When emotions overload your system, you need a reset switch, something that brings you back to balance fast. Try this 60-second formula. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4. Repeat 3 times. This resets your nervous system instantly, lowering stress hormones and restoring clarity. Never underestimate the power of breath. It's your remote control to emotional stability. Step 6. Protect your emotional environment. Your emotions don't just come from within, they're also shaped by who and what you surround yourself with. Toxic people drain your energy. Negative environments breed anxiety. But positive energy restores strength. Audit your circle. Ask yourself, who around me calms my storm and who fuels it? Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Step 7. Emotional rehearsal. Your brain can't tell the difference between real and imagined experiences. That's why emotional rehearsal works so powerfully. Each day, visualize yourself facing stress with calm and confidence. See yourself handling conflict with composure. Feel the emotions of control before the moment arrives. When real challenges come, your mind will say, "I've been here before," and you'll respond like a master. Step 8. Forgiveness is the ultimate power move. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's the ultimate form of emotional freedom. Holding on to anger or resentment ties your energy to the past. When you forgive, you cut that cord and reclaim your power. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was right. It means you choose peace over poison. That's emotional mastery in its highest form. Emotional strength in leadership and life. When you master emotions, people can no longer control you with theirs. You stop reacting, start influencing. You become the calm in every storm, the anchor others rely on. That's what separates powerful minds from ordinary ones. Emotional control under chaos. The transformation. When you master your emotions, nothing outside you can break you. You respond with clarity, act with intention, and live with peace. You stop being a prisoner of feelings and become their commander, and that is the foundation of true mental strength. But emotional mastery is only half the battle. What if you could turn all that inner energy into momentum, the kind that makes you unstoppable in pursuit of your goals? In the next chapter, we'll unlock Chapter 10, The Momentum Code, How to Build Discipline That Never Breaks.
What if success wasn't about motivation at all, but about momentum? Motivation is a spark. It burns bright but fades fast. Momentum is different. It's the unstoppable force that keeps you moving even when you don't feel like it. Every high performer, every disciplined mind, every person who turns vision into reality understands one truth: consistency beats intensity. This final chapter is about how to build that force so strong that nothing can stop your progress, not even you. Step 1. The Law of Small Wins. Big change starts small. Tiny daily wins compound into massive transformation over time. Don't chase perfection, chase progress. Because when you move even 1% forward each day, your mind starts to say, "I'm winning." And winners keep showing up. Momentum doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing it again. Step 2. Build discipline through identity. Stop saying, "I'm trying to be disciplined." Start saying, "I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself." Discipline becomes easy when it's tied to who you are, not what you do. You don't force it, you embody it. You don't have to fight for motivation when your identity already demands consistency. Step 3. The 5-minute rule. When your mind resists a task, tell yourself, "I'll just do it for 5 minutes." Once you start, momentum takes over. Action kills resistance faster than willpower ever could. That's how disciplined people trick their own brains, by lowering the starting barrier and letting momentum carry them forward. Step 4. The Power of Systems. Discipline is not about being strong every day. It's about designing systems that make success automatic. Set up routines that eliminate decision fatigue. Same time, same place, same trigger. When your habits are structured, your emotions don't get to vote. You move forward, no matter how you feel. Step 5. The bounce back rule. Even disciplined people fall. The difference, they bounce back faster. When you slip, don't restart, resume.
Momentum isn't broken by failure. It's broken by quitting. One bad day doesn't define you. Your comeback does. Step 6. The momentum loop. Momentum feeds itself. Action creates energy. Energy fuels motivation. Motivation drives more action. Once you understand this loop, you'll never wait to feel ready again. You'll just start and let movement create the fire. Step 7. Reflection and adjustment. Momentum without direction is chaos. That's why reflection matters. Once a week, ask yourself, what did I do well? What drained my energy? What's my next small win? This simple ritual keeps your growth intentional, not accidental. Step 8. Protect your momentum. Momentum is fragile, especially at the start. Guard it like it's sacred. Avoid negative people, distractions, or habits that steal your drive. Say no to what doesn't serve your purpose, because every no to distraction is a yes to your destiny. Step 9. The momentum mindset. Stop aiming to be perfect. Aim to be consistent. You'll never control every outcome, but you can always control your effort. Momentum grows when you stop judging yourself and just keep showing up, day after day. Success doesn't belong to the smartest or the luckiest. It belongs to the ones who don't stop. Conclusion: the mind you've built. If you've come this far, you've already changed. You've learned to regulate emotions, build unshakable confidence, sharpen focus, and master discipline. You've built what few people ever do: mental power under control. And once you learn to control your mind, you control your reality. But remember, knowledge means nothing without action. So before you close this audiobook, do this. Your to-do list. The final challenge. Pick one habit you'll commit to for the next 7 days. No excuses. Write one sentence that defines your new identity. I'm the kind of person who blank. Take one step today towards something you've been delaying, no matter how small. Reflect each night. What did I control today? What did I learn? Repeat tomorrow. Because real transformation doesn't happen in one listen. It happens in daily repetition. Final words. If this audiobook helped you think differently, act stronger, or see your own potential more clearly, then keep this journey alive. Follow, subscribe, and stay connected. Because every week we explore new tools, mindsets, and habits designed to sharpen your inner power and unlock the best version of you. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Momentum will do the rest. This is your mind, your power. Your next chapter begins now.